I'm just going to start streaming and see what happens. What's up, YouTube? It's a late night stream, double stream today. We had a little bit of a incident earlier, so hopefully everybody's okay. Some family stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, sound good? All right. So I'm going full hippie tonight. I've grown my hair out for COVID, so it's been about a year since I've had a haircut. So I need to go get the sides trimmed up a little bit. All right, so we're just going to jump right in. So this episode, I'm going to go ahead and do the thumbnail maker. Why not? I don't know what to do for this episode. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to work on, so it's kind of hard to like name it. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know what to do. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see here. I think I'm now saving. Yeah, here we go. I've got these saved. I used to have to do them all from scratch, and then I finally figured out I could sign up for this stuff and save it. So maybe work on docs, API docs cleanup. That's what I claimed earlier, but then I ended up getting into working on a whole bunch of stuff, spool renames and stuff. So maybe not. Well, large amount of tasks to do. So maybe it's just like general work. I don't know. Night stream. What should we call it? Night streaming. Sure, why not? Okay, now we're going to download that. And we'll pop over here and we'll edit this real quick. Let's scroll down here and we'll do this. Change that one, probably. Night streaming. And then we got to set our playlist. Go to Mitta. Perfect. Now normally we've got whenever you go into YouTube, you have to tell it to reorder. I don't know why. You have to just go in there and sort it on the videos. And so I guess I can do that. It's not a huge deal. So here, well, it's showing me streaming now, but that's earlier's. But if I go into here, see, it's not up at the top, and so then you go to sort, and then you say date added newest, and then it'll put it at the top. But then for whatever reason, I've got this. I always have to do this, and then I have to go down here and move 12 above 11. I don't know how that happened. So I don't know. Maybe I should rename those, but then I have to redo the thumbnails. I have no idea. It's not worth it. So that's what I do every single time. Okay, so one of the things that's going on right now is we've got this ongoing problem. Maybe I should just fix these problems that I keep having on stream, and that's what this is. So we just fix stuff. So one of the problems is I click there, and then it does this. So that just keeps getting me, because I want to click on one of these things, and then it just keeps doing that. Or if I type in something and I click here, I don't know, it's weird. It just keeps being weird. So like that, I don't understand why it does that. It's weird. So I need to sort around the handling of these links. It's an ongoing problem. So the problem lies in jQuery console, and there's a event handler in here. Where is it? So I don't know. I think I need to. So So this says container click, and container is where? Up here somewhere. Container is this. The whole idea is that what that is a way to set focus for this box. It's not even an input box. I don't know what to do with this. I need to rewrite. I need to work on this, and I don't want to work on it until I work on the UI. But this needs to be fixed because it's kind of bonkers, out of control. So it says here, if it includes HTTP, oh. Well, if the text includes HTTP, so if I click on this, that text includes that, which is the whole idea there is to be able to click on it. So if I click on this, that doesn't do anything. But if I click on something that has a URL on it, it will do it. So that's the problem, is I keep clicking over here. And what does it say? It says event target text. Open event target text. I don't understand why, if clicking over here just doesn't go to Google News. Let's try this. Let's comment this out. And we'll say console, actually we'll say controller report. I don't know if I could do a controller report in here. I don't think I can. I can do a controller report? No, that's what I just typed, so I can't do that. Let's see here. Can I do a report? Maybe I can do a report. Well, we could try it. I don't think this is going to work. Like, my idea of like where JavaScript scope, forget it. I have no idea. Okay, reload that page, and then we need to do something like this. Actually, we'll just search for it. How is that possible? Did I not reload it? Because it's cached or something? So it's jQuery console JS. Now we're going to go down here and look at click. Well, there it is right there. So how is it that it managed to navigate away? Still doing it. That makes no sense. What if I click on this? It goes to it. Which, I mean, is sort of expected behavior, but I mean, not with this. So weird. Let's see. Find window. Not Windows. Window. How's it doing that? So view page source. Is it in here? Scroll controller focus. That's the help. Click outside terminal console. Document on click function event scroll controller focus. I mean, that's all I'm doing. I mean, I guess I could just take out the links. I mean, the problem is the links. If we look at these links, if you draw a link with an eval, so you eval some JavaScript and it puts an element on the page that's a link, the link doesn't work with this container click function. So I can just take this whole thing out. but then there's not a way to gain focus. So I guess I could gain focus by typing in something. If you click in here and then hit enter or something, then you could get focus. Maybe that's the thing to do. You click on a button. You have a button up here you click on. Instead of just like this whole thing is taking over the entire page. This click function is taking over the whole page. But see, I don't understand right now. So let's delete that, and then let's reload the page, and then look at the page source, and then let's go to jQuery console and reload this, and then let's look for click. There's nothing there. Okay, so we've all seen that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to search, and we're going to hit enter, and we're going to click on this, and how does it go to Google News? Is that in search? It's got to be in search, right? When I say in search, we have this search function. So is there a click in here? There's no click in here. And alright, so I'm going to click right here, and then what's going to happen is it does that. Which I haven't a clue why it does that. In fact, if we inspect this and we go to console and we click this, it's printing it. And I say printing is printing it to the console, so it's outputting it to the console. So if we undo this, if event target text equals, yeah, there's the console log right there. Container click function event. I mean, I'm puzzled. Well, that was me trying to print or output it earlier. So is it somewhere else? What if we handle a key hit before translation? What if we... Yeah, there's the text right there. I don't understand this. Maybe I need to restart the server. That just doesn't make any sense because we're seeing in here. I feel like I've seen this before, so I'm going to close this window. In fact, I'm going to close this whole thing. So Chrome is not running at all, and I'm going to restart Chrome, and then I'm going to go to localhost console. And then I'm going to view the page source, and then I'm going to go into jQuery console, and then I'm going to look for click, and there it is. And we've restored it, so there it is. So now I'm going to take it out and save that. And then I'm going to reload this page. And it's gone. Okay, it's gone. And then what? I'm going to reload this page. Again. Okay. And then I'm going to search for this. And then I'm going to click on this and it goes to it. So how is that happening? So I'm going to go over here to grep-rp click. Nope. Just R. Okay, so we have help. We've got this upload. This is like jQuery crap. I don't know how long that is. It's not too long. So that's in Bootstrap min. We know Bootstrap min's not doing it, probably. So there's not a click function, old search. We're not running old search. So that's not loading up. So weird. So let me, the stuff like this will drive you bonkers with stuff. It's like, okay, am I being stupid? And I don't mean like, I'm not stupid, but what does that mean? Sidekick, image foobar, class, image wrap. Oh yeah. Well, that's not working because the image wasn't indexed correctly. So our response, we know how to fix that. That's an easy fix. So, okay. So if we do this inspect, we go to console and we click here. There it is. I'm gonna fire a little Firefox. And I'm going to host, log in, inspect element, my password 322660. All right, and then search. I haven't tested Firefox and I don't know when. It's pretty good. So what happens if I click on this? It goes to Google. Okay. And if I click on this, what happens? Nothing. And if I click here, nothing. So what I would presume is that actually Firefox is acting reasonably with this, and Chrome is caching something. So let's go to more tools, clear browsing data, and then we want to cancel, and we want to go to privacy and security. Clear browsing data? No. Advanced. Cookies and other site data. CL cookies and site data. And then we want to search cookies. We want to search cookies for local host. Here we go. Database storage. Size on disk, so I guess there's nothing to delete there. Session. And kill the session. Kill the storage. Okay. Then we're going to go back. We're going to search for localhost. There's nothing there. Okay. So now we're going to reload this page and we should be logged out. We are. $481,392. Okay, search. Well, it'll feel pretty silly if this is something else. So I'm going to click on this. It goes to Google. So then I'm going to search. And then click here. That didn't do anything. That's good. So I clicked and it went somewhere else. So that's, okay, so then I fixed it. So it was a caching problem, I guess. It's odd. So if I click up here, it's going up there. If I click here, it's going up there. So there's something causing it to go to the top of the page. So if I say inspect this, I want it to be like, if I click anywhere, I want it to scroll to the bottom of the page. So it'd be kind of nice to know what's causing it to scroll to the top of the page. But even if I click on this, I'd like it to go to the bottom of the page and select that. I could also just hit enter. So if I click here and I hit enter, well, it goes to the bottom of the page. So I guess that's okay. I mean, it's kind of less than ideal if I click on something and it goes up. It even did it there. Okay, let's look and see. Click on page causes it to scroll to top. How to stop a web page from scrolling to the top when a link is clicked that triggers JavaScript. You prevent the default action for the click event from occurring. There are two ways to do this. So you do this prevent default. So there's this ma-link click function. So I feel like this stuff should go. Let's see, is this Firefox? Yeah, it is. Let me minimize that because we'll probably want it again here in a second. We need to break it out anyway. So let's reinstate this. I don't know this is the great place for it, honestly. So this says here container click function. Right back. My kid is streaming. He was hosting somebody earlier. I was watching them. So container click function. And then up here we have container defined. Here. This. One is a raw HTML element. So I don't know why container is, it's a raw HTML element. So it's everything? I think that's what the problem is, maybe. So shouldn't, I mean, at the point this is loaded, I don't know. I feel like maybe all of this needs to go. Let's take this out of here. And where I would actually like to deal with this, so this is all the functionality. I don't know that it's good. I mean, it seems like it's better to have like individual click functionality built into the apps themselves, as opposed to the framework. I mean, the framework could have it. I don't know, that might be wrong because the key presses are handled in here. But then the thing is do we really have functions. So we could build a function in here and then call the function. But I don't know the point of doing that if we could just put it in the shell. So, I mean, this is going to get rewritten at some point if things work and we actually get this thing off the ground. Then it seems to me that it should go in the shell. Click outside terminal, document on click function event, scroll, control or focus. That's for the document. Click outside terminal console. So let's put this thing here. And then I want to do, I mean, this click and that on click are the same thing. So here I want to, let's look at the page source. So we have a terminal and a class console. So really here, this is what I'm thinking. So we do $, and this is an onload. So this is a document ready function this is inside of. So we're going to do something like this. I'm going to say terminal click. Here we've got a document on click. I don't know that this actually does anything. So let's check that out for a second. So this is a terminal click function event. And then event target text includes HTTP, open the window, don't mess with the focus if there's an active selection, and add a inner class, add something or another, typer, I don't know what all that is. Inner remove class. You can take all that out. Window get selection to string, return false, return false. Don't mess with the focus if there's an active selection. So if this evaluates to true, don't mess with the focus. We're not doing anything in here anyway. So that's equivalent to that, I think. So, all right, let's try this and see what it does. Well, that's not good. Reload it again. Click in here, doesn't work. We're getting errors, inspect, console. Yeah, inner is not defined. What is it that we're looking here for inner? So this is the jQuery class console inner. This thing. And then it's putting it in there. But that's the, it's not the prompt box. So there's no focus on it right now. I wonder how many of those there are. I'm going to return. I think this thing at the top is just, I don't know where that's coming in from. And what does the code say? It says, where did it go? Shell. It says add class jQuery console focus, remove class. Why would it add it and then remove it? Position fixed focus, typer. This is the typer. That's the typer area, which is off screen. Oh, that's the thing I was looking for a long time ago. That's the text area. This is where layout. So it's off screen. There it is. So that's where you type in things. It doesn't actually type in anything in there. Okay, that's interesting. I don't like how this works. So why is it on the container? I want to say this should just be terminal, so I'm going to do this. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's reload this. Nothing. Nothing. Let's go into shell and take out this stuff. Save that, and let's reload this. I'm going to click again. Oh, it was there for a second. Oh, there it is. I must think I'm selecting or something. Whoops. So we want to do an inspect, go to console. That's doing that thing. I think that it's probably going to do the same thing. If I click on that, it goes to Google News, which it should. If I click on this, it's still doing its bizarre behavior. Okay. Okay, we're going to go back in here. We're going to say, so that's on terminal that it's doing that. Let's look at the shell. Now at the bottom, this says terminal, class console, ID scrolly. We could say body. We can tell it if we click on the body. Do this. No, that's not the one. Click outside the terminal console. Reload this. I don't get this here. It says, oh, I see. So it's going to add the jQuery console focus, then no focus. So is that like a race condition or something? Let's get rid of that. And I bet that'll get rid of the problem here. Nope. Did we reload? Yeah, we did. Handle losing focus, sort of like when you coded this. Well, that was my joke. Remove, add class, remove class. I don't understand why they're adding it and removing it. It just seems to be a thing that they do here. New prompt box. That's when you hit enter. And here I've shifted this to terminal click function event. So should I, let's go let's look at this. Prevent default. So this is a click function event. So then what I need to do is I need to say $event. Is that right? It says a $E in there. Oh, this is the question. No, this is the answer. Option 1, event prevent default. Option 2, return false. Returning false from an event handler will automatically call event stop propagation and event prevent default. Looking to see if we should upgrade. This is 351. Upgrading 35, migrate, patches, min. Save. All right. Go here, reload. Let's look at the source. That's the upgraded one. Yeah, same weird behavior. Hello. That's not horrible thing. This is a horrible thing. That's a horrible thing right there. See, I don't get when I inspect. What exactly am I clicking on here? I'm clicking on the div class. What about this? Clicking on the ahref. So I think what I need to do is I need to say if it's an ahref, I can go to it. That'll be the easiest thing to do to fix it for now. And then that way I don't have to go bonkers with it. It's definitely been converted to use terminal. So that seems to be working instead of whatever it was. I think I'm going to leave it like that, but I don't know if that's a good idea, but whatever. So if event target text includes, well, let's look at the event target. So console log event target, and we have to do it like this, I guess. I don't know. I get confused on stuff like this. This is a jQuery thing. Okay, so we're gonna reload this twice. Yeah. So then we'll do this. And then we need the console. I don't know why that's not scrolling. Let's look at search real quick. It's bugging me. We'll just scroll here. We'll scroll here. Printing those out. I don't know, should we go scroll here? Put them everywhere. Let's try that again. So it's running that, and then it's hitting it here. If doc equals description, else this, else that, else controller report JSON stringified doc. Oh, that's this. No. Grr. Still doesn't work. Scroll, 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 scroll. I don't know. Scrolling problems. Alright, let's look at the inspector. Okay, so it says object. This one? Yeah, that's it. Sidekick response. Oh, div sidekick response. So can we test if it's a div? So jQuery test event target is link? I don't know. Check if event target is hyperlink. If event target tag name to lowercase equals a, so here, like that, like that. All right. So reload the, oh, not that one. This one. Yeah, and then we want the console up, and let's clear this out. So let's click on this, and click on this. Oh my god, so annoying. Now we click on this, and that's a Okay, did I actually reload it? It's saved here. If event target tag 2 lowercase equals A, let's do this dot tag name 2 lowercase, like that, and then reload this. I'll reload this. Okay. And we're gonna search. Let's search for something else besides this. It's title AI. It still doesn't scroll. Well, what do we get now? I closed it. Inspect. Console. Click. Click. Div sidekick response. Click. So those are, it's console logging it here. That's not working. That's not what it's logging. It's logging the original. That's so annoying. So let's go into Firefox and see what's happening in here. I remember this from way back when. I don't remember what's causing it, but so let's reload this page. And we'll just search title AI. Wow. It says doc file names is undefined. Now that's fine, because there is no file name, so I don't suppose that has anything to do with, oh, that's exactly why it's not scrolling. So let's go into search. We don't need to put this extra scroll in here, I don't think. It's because of this thing right here. That thing doesn't exist. So we need to say if doc file names, then we can run this. Like this. Now let's reload that. See what happens. Perfect. So now that should scroll here. Perfect. Okay, so that's why I wasn't scrolling, is because it was getting an error. Okay, it was never scrolling, getting to the scroll. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention to my errors. Now that wouldn't have anything to do with clicking here, would it? Oh, see, that's still being completely ridiculous. And there, it's kind of weird that that's all one line. That is not. Oh, it's not underlining that, it's bringing it above this. So that'll work. And if we click on the end of this, it doesn't do anything. It says this is an object. Here in Chromeville, let's minimize this. In Chromeville, what's it doing? See, it's printing this. Which is completely ridiculous, because that's not right. So we're going to go in here to more tools and clear browsing data. And go to cancel. And then clear browsing data. Wait a minute. Browsing data? Cookies and other site data? No. Yeah, there. And then I can search for it. Local. Like that? No. Clear cookies and site data. Oh, CL cookies and data. There we go. So it's this. Local host. Delete that. Reload. Have to log back in. Four three zero 990. 430-990. Now we're going to look at this view page source, and we're going to click on jQuery console, and we're going to reload this page. And we're going to search for click. So here it is, and it says right here, if event target tag name to lowercase equals A, then open the window. Otherwise you don't do shit. Okay. Right. Now we're talking. Now it's working. Okay, finally. How much time did that take us? Okay, so that's sort of working. Okay, it's still less than ideal, but at least we have links that we can click on. I want to click on stuff like this too, so I'm not sure what to do with that guy. Let's look at this just real quick and see if we can look at it and see what is happening here. So this is the ID is foobar. I mean, the problem with Sidekick responses are just thrown in there. So at this point, what we need to do is, I don't know. Let's look at, it's coming out of Grub. We need to work on Grub anyway. So there's the ID. Now, what we could do is we could use the target ID. Because I think we're only putting one picture in there. This really needs to be rewritten. I keep saying that. That's an ongoing theme here. So this would be image, like that. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do image underscore target ID, like that. And if you click on it, then it's going to do a window. So what we need is a window open like this. Now this needs to go in. This needs to go into search as well, so we're going to have to copy this exact same code over. I don't think that's going to be click. It's got to be something like this. This. So we're going to open /d plus the spool name plus a slash plus last bag. Which is unfortunate because last bag is the last image, but we gotta fix that. I'm almost thinking like I can't do this on stream just because it's so complicated. I just would sit there going, I mean, once I figure it out, I could go through it on stream. Because my style of coding is like throw stuff in there, see what works. I mean, I could try it. Maybe I can do an all-day stream. So window open, the spool name plus last bag. We'll have all that there. So I'm saying, if the image is clicked, so now we need to see if we could do that into search. So here's where we report it here. So that's more or less the same code as here. So I'm going to copy that. I don't know, do I have last bag? So you know it's like the file name. It's slightly different. So what we need to do here is pull this part over. To here. I need to put a tick in front of this. All right. I can get rid of this. And here. And this is not last bag, but we have the doc name. Yeah, doc name. I don't know why it's doc name. Doc URL, doc. What's coming out of the document? Doc name. This also needs to be rewritten. And this is doc file name. File names, 0. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Well, it's doc.file names. Which either works, doesn't matter. Convention. All right, let's do a search. While I'm clicking on it, and then what? This? Burp, 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 burp. Not doing anything. Let's see here. Inspect. Are we getting an error? So that's, oh, interesting. Well, so it's handling the image. I mean, it's catching the click for the image. So is this click is not working at all? Because this is coming from inside jQuery console. Like a central click handler maybe is a good idea. Instead of having it here. Because this is image, target ID, and then that's the target click. But I guess then it's a prevent default, so that's not going to work. Well, we could have it handle the image. Here. We need some way to create the... Oh, we do have that. Where'd it go? Here. We have an image wrap. That's a lot of stuff. There it is. No, that's not it. I mean, that's very specific. It's saying that there's a click function on here, but it's not doing that at all. I could say prevent default maybe in here. Well, it's logging it here. I mean, this is in the terminal, but it's got a more specific one, so I don't know why. I feel like what's happening here, I think this is what's happening. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what's happening. So what needs to happen here is this needs to be a var image click equals set timeout function. Yep. Oops. Comma 120. Now that should work. Maybe. And that should work right off the bat. Nope. Poot. I thought for sure that would work. Inspect console. Nope. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to punt on that one, I guess. And where did my YouTube? Oh, I closed my window. I hope we're still streaming. I'm still streaming. Okay, that's good. An hour. So we could do another 30 minutes at least, probably, of this crap. Well, I don't know. JavaScript. Pooh. Well, I wonder if it's because it's an eval. What if I make this a little... Wait a minute. I did this inside Grub. Ugh. So if I do this inside search, here, this is going to work. They're like, but why? Why will this work? Well, okay, so here's what I understand. Is that whenever, no, this will work. So it should have worked earlier, but it didn't because I put it in the wrong damn file. So what happens here is you do a set timeout. So essentially you report the image. Then what happens when you report the image is that it's done in this context. So you do a controller report. And then controller itself is part of the jQuery console. So there's a report function in here, right there. And what it does essentially is it just sticks the HTML of this thing that you've created, this object. It throws it into the target it creates a new div and it throws that into the div, and then it's shown on the screen. But then the problem is, in order to set an event handler on it, it has to be created. And so, but then you're exiting pretty quickly, or exiting, this script is exiting. So like you're gonna do this each, you're gonna loop through each one of them because you're doing each of the search results. I don't know, this could be less than ideal the way I'm doing it, but it does work. And then what happens is, then you assign the click handler to it. And it still doesn't work. So let's look at, I thought for sure that was gonna work. Well, crap. So it says here, var image click, let's look at this guy. So let's inspect this. And it says image ID equals, now the problem is if the image IDs are the same, then that's not gonna work at all. Like for here, because we've got 2 of them. So if the target IDs are the same, then this is not gonna work at all, and they are. So it'll get assigned to the first one. So we have to find the first one. I think this is why I didn't do it before. So let's clear the screen. And then we're going to search for that. And then we'll go to the top. And if we click on this one, it should open it. Bam, it does. So that click handler worked, but it doesn't work because on the other ones below it, because the click handler is not assigned to those. And the default click handler does get assigned to it, which is assigned to terminal. So that's a little bit of a problem in that these are also all the same file, but that's neither here nor there. So target ID is not going to work for these because each one of them is different. So what I actually need to do is I need to create my own target ID here. So let's see here. We need to generate a random string in JavaScript. Generate random characters. Function make ID. So let's copy that. Other people's code, exciting. Okay, so we're going to come up here and we're going to paste it in here. I'll just give it to us as a function of the shell. Why does it have to be so complicated? People seem to like this one though. So make ID. Okay, that looks fine. What the fuck? All right, let's save that. So we're going to call it make ID, and then to use it, you do make ID 5. Okay. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to go into search, and then we're going to say here. We got to say something up here like var ID image ID equals make ID, I don't know, 6. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to take this out because we don't need it. And we're going to put in image ID. So that'll just create a random image ID for the plus image ID. Okay, so that'll make a random ID string for the images. So let's reload the page. And we reload the page because we have a function in there now. So let's look at the function. Page source. And we should have make ID here. Okay. So that's now available to search. And then we want to do title Google. Now we should be able to click on this and it opens it, but it doesn't. So we're going to inspect this. And now oh, it's all fucked up. On the image itself, here. So that'll fix that. And then we get, that should be fine. And then we've got that there. I don't know if that worked, but we'll see. So let's try this again. There we go. Okay, great. Now that's probably less than ideal, but it'll work for now. It's better than it was. And maybe we want to, I don't know, like if we, let's see if I say open, I guess I can't open it here, but if I navigate away from this page, I think coming back to it, it's not preserved. So we always want to do something like this. We'll have an X over here or something like this. Eventually we'll just show this on the page full screen, but we need a viewer to be built for that. And we've got to do that for the image uploader as well. So when we do upload, we need an upload spill or whatever. So we can create one, maybe. Yeah, there we go. And so when we select what? Clicked to select. What is that? I don't even know. Let's go look at upload. We got to fix this because this thing needs to be running. Wrong upload. Upload here. So let's see. So we got a click handler in here. Find click. Click. Click, 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 click. Would upload. Console log would upload. All right, let's see. Inspect. Inspect. Console. Oh, would upload. Right there. Click. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, I guess this is a link. Inspect. Oh yeah, it's a link. So our link handler is firing up. Okay, well, whatever. Which is on that other page. So this is kind of foobarred for now, but at least we can click here. You can also drag into this. I don't know if that works right now. Let's see if it does. Nope. That does not work. Okay. So, sexy godlike kangaroo. That's the spool name. That's cute. Okay, let's look and see if our sidekicks are working. They are. And we're using intelligent hypnotic wolf. So we're going to switch to alluring shellfish. Oh my gosh, we can't do that either. Okay, that's not going to work. It's not one problem, it's another. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and put that HTML thing in there. So where is it? Control Y that. Well, that's this thing. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if event target, what is it, dot contains, is that how it works? HTTP. So only do something if the event target contains HTTP. So I want to verify this real quick before I run it, because I can't remember anything like that. That's not my forte in life, remembering things visually. So I want to look at static, and oh, it's getting late. It's getting tired. jQuery console. Excuse me. Oh, and then the click thing. Where is it? Here. So it says, well, it was somewhat close. So it says, well, I say if event target. See, I don't understand why. Yeah, it includes, oh, it's text. Like that. So I don't understand why the other part's inside a $sign. I don't know. We'll try that one. So let's reload this page. We'll look at the page source, because we know that this silly browser likes to cache things. We may have to swipe out the whole thing, because it. I don't know. Maybe I need to set it. You know what? Let me try something here real quick. I'm thinking about something that I remember from a long time ago. So let's do the search real quick and see what happens. I'm thinking it's going to have the same behavior. What was it that we were doing? Oh, sidekick. And clicking on that doesn't work. Yeah, see, it does something like that. So we're going to have to go. So it shouldn't open it, because we're saying here that it needs to contain that. So we're going to go to more tools, clear browsing data, cancel, clear browsing data, no, cancel. Click on that little down arrow, no. No. Is that not it? Oh, privacy and settings, clear browsing data, cookies and other site data. Yes, cookies and other site data. Here, local, and then delete this, and then reload the page. Well, not that page, this page, and then we gotta log back in, because that's just the way it is. That's 137.323, 137.323. So annoying. I have to do that. Okay, now we're going to view the page source, and we're going to click on jQuery console, and we're going to reload it. And then we're going to search for click. You can see there it says contains HTTP. We don't know if that's going to work or not. It might. So then we're going to do search. Oh wait, sidekick. And then we're going to click on one of these. Okay. Well, what did it just do? It did both? I know that it doesn't contain HTTP. If event target contains HTTP, then open a new window, but then it didn't open a window, it just reloaded the page. Why did it reload the page? Let's go to shell. Where do I do that at? Thinking about this. So, oh, it's in sidekick actually. Here. Right here. I don't know why the page is reloading. It's like if there's a reset being given or something. So I could say sidekick at alluring shellfish of performance, I think. So that works. Except it doesn't. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. And then just, it's obviously reloading the page. Okay, so I need to inspect problem after problem. I definitely need a day of cleanup, maybe 2 days of cleanup. So I need to look at the console. And I need to say sidekick at luring shellfish of performance. And so it says sidekick. And it says it's been updated. And then I'm going to look at my settings. And it's not been updated. I'm going to look at the network call. So it says get the index, and then the response was here are your indexes, and then sidekick send over intelligent hypnotic wolf to update the setting to hypnotic wolf. So if I say setting, and then I say $sidekick, and then equals alluring shellfish of performance, and I hit enter, settings, and then I reload the page and I say foo. Now I've switched it. Now if I search Google, there should be nothing there. Well, or there's some stuff there that I sent in earlier, I guess. Let's look at that and see if there is actually stuff in there. Assuming I'm still logged in, I'm not going to mess with that. I don't care. It's too much time. What do I got? I got 7 minutes. I'm going to keep this to 90 minutes long. Well, so I guess I need to fix that, because that's a feature I need to be able to switch back and forth, and unfortunately I can't click on it, but at least I can type it. So there is that. So let me clear this and let's see what's going on with it. Okay, so sidekick, and then what I need to do is write a general purpose handler for clicking. Because if I think about what's going on in here, I have links that I click. I have images that are clicked. So there could be groups of images that are clicked. Then there's like boxes that are clicked. Like there could be a box that's clicked. And then it needs to propagate it off to the other scripts. So I have a whole bunch of click handling problems that I gotta sort around. I'm just chasing that one around, unfortunately. So I'm going to say sidekick at, and then intelligent hypnotic wolf. And I hit enter on that, and then that guy says he's the active sidekick, which is bullshit. So what is going on with that? It's definitely pulling those back. But then it's sending off to settings the wrong sidekick. right there. So let's look at the sidekick command, this one. So it's doing a get. And where's the post that it's supposed to do? Here. Post p sidekick. And it says to update it to the nick. But it actually needs to be updated to whatever the suggestion is. And so in shell pi, that comes across as nick. Like that. Then it's set. And then it updates the sidekick with what comes back. So let's try this again. There we go. And then if we, yeah, that's it. And then if we delete this, let's see if the delete part is up here. Is going to work. So delete request, if nick equals 0, if nick, it looks like I'm doing that one right. So I should be able to delete that. So I'm going to try to delete the alluring shellfish of performance. Oh, whoops. Okay, inspect. Nothing like breaking everything. So it says uncaught reference, nick is not defined. For nick. Well, why would nick be defined? Well, the answer is because it should be in shell. Oh. Update sidekick nick equals nick. No, you wanna? You know what? That's not right. So this should be. We're going to go to shell and look again. Oh, sorry, shell, this shell. It's sidekick nick. Like that. But in the deleters. Like that. Yeah. Wait a minute, let me think about this. Yep. So when you load the page, it loads the sidekick nick, which guarantees you'll have a sidekick loaded of some type or another. It'll pick one if you don't have it set. So here, the nick, the sidekick nick gets loaded in with sidekick nick. But here, this value gets changed to the nick that you suggest. But then when the sidekick runs to delete it, it needs to check sidekick nick. But then if the nick that you're passing in is the sidekick nick, it's like a recursive check, basically. Then this should work. That one deleted it. And then if I say, if I try to delete itself, it should fuss at me. Intelligent hypnotic wolf. Yep, there we go. And then that doesn't work. Because I don't know why it doesn't work. It's just, it decides to navigate. Okay, so that's fixed. All right, so that wraps the stream. Kind of a chill, I don't know, miss me being kind of like fussy about stuff. I don't know, like this code, it could be better. It's getting a little hairbally here and there, but so we've essentially got the commands that are running. They're using context and shell. Shell is using context and jQuery console. But then all the APIs are working fine, so that's fine. So this is just the JavaScript framework for the Powershell. Eventually we'll have, probably, depending on what happens, we'll have another UI for this that will be for normal users. It'll probably look something a little bit, maybe like save.io. So something like this, where you search at the top and then you have a list down here or something. That'd be kind of nice. Where you just have a list of your links that you've saved. But that's not the only thing the site does, so we'll see. You want to definitely be able to search for other things. So like images that you upload and stuff like that. So we have an upload function, which Save doesn't have this. So we have an upload function like this where you can just upload images into it. So we'll have to work on this. I'm going to have to get the click handlers. So what I need to do is I need to get the click handlers cleaned up. And then I need to get the nick stuff handled, the nick stuff cleaned up. Because this says sidekick nick. But then the problem is that sidekick nick, the nick can be like a spool nick as well. So I don't want to confuse those too much, and that's because you can put an @ sign on the end of it. So the first thing I need to handle is the click handlers. I'll probably do that off stream. Anyway. Kind of prattling, but whatever. So have a good night, and I'm Cord Campbell, and this is Coding Mitta. And if you're interested in what's going on here, be sure and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click that link. I can't imagine anybody watching all these, but you never know. So I'll see you guys soon, and have a wonderful day.